Good morning and welcome to Mile Monsters Inc., our Wednesday in review. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of March. It's a beautiful day. Spring is coming. As you very well know, there's a lot of our Wednesday reviews. I review products, I review things. Sometimes they're for riding, sometimes they're just objects. Today is one of those things that I'm reviewing something a little off the wall, but I think is very important. I want to review the PoPo. The police, the state patrol, whatever you have in your neighborhood, I want to give you a little advice on dealing with the PoPo when you're riding your motorcycle. And this is not a forum to argue your pros or cons. If you're a big lover and supporter of the police, or you're someone who hates the police, whatever your stance is, I don't really care. This is just about to educate you with your interaction with the police when that time comes. I have a love-hate relationship with the PoPo. I love when I can talk my way out of it, and I hate when I can't. But with that, I want to get started. But I just want to be clear, this is not about opinions. This is strictly about what happens when you get pulled over and how I personally deal with that. I ride all over the countryside. As most people know, I ride fairly aggressive. I ride fast. I try to ride above the pace of traffic at all times. It is my goal to be going through traffic, not with traffic. I don't want to sit in the same place and be complacent with anything, because that's when I'm afraid cars are going to whack me. If I'm constantly going through a little bit faster than the pace of traffic, you're always getting through the cars and nobody forgets you were there. That's how I ride. I will break almost any law known to man to get myself out of a dangerous situation. If I'm stuck on the freeway and I'm locked in cars and you're jammed up because there's somebody in the fast lane doing 45 miles an hour, and you know how everybody gets. They want to pass, cars are doing crazy things, and it's just a dangerous place to be. I will ride on the shoulder, I will lane split, I will do 100 miles an hour, whatever it takes to get through that dangerous situation and ahead of it, and then I'll get back to the speed I was riding. And I've been pulled over for doing that very thing. And when I explained my reasoning of why I did what I did, I was let go with a verbal warning. And that was doing well over the speed limit, lane splitting in heavy traffic through 12 or 15 cars in a state known for their hardcore ticketing. And I was let go for explaining that very thing, that I was sitting in a dangerous place. I did not want to be there, so I got out of it. That's why I do some things. Sometimes I just ride fast. Sometimes I forget why I'm even going fast. You're out in the plains. I live in New Jersey, in the city. So there's a lot of traffic. We don't have a lot of opportunities just to casually ride at 95 miles an hour. So when I get out to the plains of Texas, Oklahoma, anywhere across the plain states, sometimes I ride fast, and it's not because I'm in a hurry. It's just I just don't notice that big open space, and pretty soon I'm doing 90, 95 miles an hour, and I have a little interaction. But I just want to tell you what I do, because I have been pulled over a lot of times. I have had a lot of interaction with the PoPo, and I have a pretty clean driving record. I got pulled over in South Dakota and got a ticket a couple years ago, 5 miles an hour over. That was pretty lenient. I got pulled over in Ohio and got a ticket 2 or 3 years ago, and that also did not go on my record. So I do have a clean driving record, and I do get pulled over all the time. And everybody asks me what I do, how I get off of it. So that's what this review is about, is what to do, how to handle that situation when you get pulled over. And when you get pulled over, the first thing you have to remember is get off the road. Get off the road far enough that you're off the road, he's off the road. He turned his lights on, he wants you to pull over. That does not mean to ride up the road another mile and a half until you feel it's safe to pull over. If the lights come on, he's already evaluated why he wants you to pull over. Pull over. Don't be smarter than the guy that put the lights on. That's my first advice. When you get pulled over and you come to a stop, this is the time that they are running your plates. They are checking out you and evaluating the situation. Myself, I sit on the bike. I don't do a thing until they walk up to me. I sit on the bike. I keep my hands on the bars. If my hands are on the bars, they sit about this height. I just open my hands and I just sit there and I wait. Man, I just wait patiently. I can look in my mirrors. I know when he's walking up. I'm not shocked. But I let my hands be in plain sight. That way, if you have a cut on, if something's hidden with your tour pack, they can relax while they run your plates. They're looking at your bike. They're looking at you. They're checking out the situation. If you make them nervous, they're going to walk up, and that's how they're going to be when they get to you. I like to have them just be calm. They understand it's not my first rodeo. I'm letting them be in charge. They walk up to me. That's when the conversation starts. That's when my movements start. When they're right alongside me, they can clearly see I am not acting aggressively and I'm not a threat. So when they walk up and they're right alongside, I open my helmet up. Sometimes they'll ask for, paperwork. They'll ask for certain things. Sometimes they ask why you're speeding. But if they ask for paperwork, I always have to get off the bike to give it to them. It's either in my pocket that I can't get to sitting down, or my book I keep all my stuff in is generally in my tour pack. So I ask if I can get off the bike, tell them why, and it's always okay. They let me off the bike. I have a little conversation. They'll ask me some questions. I answer them. I answer them honestly. I don't try to bullshit them. I'm not going to, convict myself by, I was doing this, but I tell them I was speeding. They know why they pulled me over. This is not a let's guess why they pulled me over. I saw them clock me. I looked at my speedometer. I know they want to talk to me about doing 55 and a 35. I know they want to talk to me about doing 85 and a 65. Whatever the case is, they know it. I know it. There's no sense in the nonsense and playing games and lying to them and getting off of that. So I'm just honest. I get off the bike. I give them what they want to have. But I always ask them what it is okay. If it's in my tour pack, I say my insurance registration is in my tour pack. Is it okay if I open that up to get it? They'll say yes, or they'll say, is there anything in there? They often ask if I have weapons, if you're carrying a gun, if you have any kind of weapons in there that's going to hurt them. And I said, no, there's nothing in there. And if there is something in there, tell them what's in there. If there's a knife somewhere in that box, I said, I do have some knives. I'm, on a trip, whatever. There are some things in there that you might see. No big deal. I open it up. I give them what they want to have. The entire time, I'm compliant with whatever they want to have. I just give it to them, the license, insurance, whatever. And then they generally will go back to the car. You'll have a little bit of a discussion. Before they go to their car, this is the time to discuss what you want to discuss and to be nice. My advice is treat them like a mirror. Because when you get pulled over, the PoPo puts back what you put on them. If you have an attitude and you're aggressive, you can bet you're going to get an attitude back and get aggression back. If you're lighthearted and kind of jovial, a lot of times they will chill out a bit when they realize there's no threat. But if you're going to be a dick to them, they are going to be a dick back. They are a mirror 95% of the time. Not that you don't get a guy who didn't have a bad day. There are a guy who pulls you over. He could be in the middle of getting divorced. He's all pissed off. You're getting a ticket. Sorry, you had a bad day. Everybody has those days. Take it up in court. But if you get a normal guy out there working, he just wants you to slow down. Slow down. Tell him that. But I'm always polite and I'm always nice. If I'm going to argue, I'll save that argument for court, not on the side of the road. He's not the judge, not the jury. He's nothing more than someone who hands you a summons. That's it. If you want to argue your point, all of the things that could get you off, save it for court. But if you're there to just plead your case to him, that's another story. So I have a lot of practice, so I get pretty good at it. But my biggest advice is that, you just have to understand you get back what you give him. So keep the attitude down. Keep it nice. Keep it polite. Keep it short. Let him go to his car. When he tells you to wait here while he's in the car, wait there. If he tells you to stand with your hands on your tour pack, stand with your hands on your tour pack. If he tells you to take a seat on the guardrail, take a seat on the guardrail. Whatever those instructions are, follow them. Don't sit on the guardrail when he gets to his car, decide, I want to get a drink of water, and then walk to your bike and open up something for a drink of water. You are showing aggression. He has no idea why you're going in that bag. He has no idea that you're thirsty because you've been on your bike for 5 hours and you haven't drank of water. He has no idea. He knows you're going to the bag. He is trained to defend himself from the bad guys. So he has to assume you're up to no good. Don't put yourself in that position. Just do what you're told. When he comes back from the car, arguing, pleading your case, any of that is over with. When he comes back from the car, he's going to have a ticket in his hand, or he's going to have your things in his hand. Whatever it is, thank him, be polite, take your stuff, put it in your bag, keep your mouth shut, and ride away. If you get a ticket, you get a ticket. If you don't, hey, congratulations, thank him, tell him to have a nice day, hope to never see him again, whatever the case is, and leave. Do not argue, do not fight. This is not the place to fight your ticket. This is not the place to be pissed off that you got a ticket. You were speeding, take it, plead it in court, not to the guy on the side of the road. I can't stress that enough because it doesn't do you any good. If you call him all kinds of names, piss him off, right in the notes goes all of those things. And when you get to court, he's going to be standing right there. When he's standing right there, who do you think is going to help cut you a break? That guy? No, it won't be that guy. That guy is going to see you strung up and he doesn't give a shit. All right? If you're polite to him and nice, I've had the police flat out tell me, you come to court, I'll help you out. I can't do anything here on the side of the road, but you come that day and I'll help you out with the prosecutor. And I've had it happen 5, 6 times where I've shown up in court and I went from a bad speeding ticket to a nothing ticket. So I can't tell you enough. Keep all that stuff to yourself. Don't be swearing at them. Don't be an asshole. Just take your ticket and ride away. Or don't get a ticket and ride away. But it is over with right then. If you want to go to court, go to court. So that's really my advice to you, is just take a chill pill when you get pulled over. Remember, you're talking to a person. Yes, he has a badge. Yes, he has a gun. Yes, he's going to make your life really shitty. But you did something to get yourself in that spot. Don't put all the blame on somebody else. Own what you did, and it goes a long ways. And sometimes you get a ticket, and that's just the way it is. And there's great lawyers out there that get you out of those tickets too. It just costs you a few bucks. And if you need advice on those, you let me know. I can tell you some things about that. But anyhow, that's my advice to you. I kind of rambled on here, which is generally the case. But I get pulled over a lot, and I don't have a lot of problems when I get pulled over. So follow some simple advice. I wish you the best out on the road. Good luck avoiding those stops. But when they happen, take a chill pill, relax. It'll be over soon enough, and you'll have your day in court. That's how the system works. Peace.